I was so elated I could hardly stand it. It was like the best early Christmas present I could have gotten. I mean, we were so
These
excited.
Arizona women love everything about President Donald Trump and can't understand it if you don't.
If anybody in this country is against anything he said he's going to do, I really worry about their judgment.
Has he made any slip-ups, blunders, any mistakes in your mind?
Not at this point, for me.
The people he's surrounding himself with, the cabinet
Great.
choices, all
Oh
of
my
that.
gosh.
Yes.
Incredible people.
Very
Just
good.
incredible people.
But some wonder, is he moving too fast?
No. He's going to move forward quickly because he's going to do exactly what he said he was going to do. I don't think he's moving fast at all. I say keep on going.
They see nothing wrong with the president, but plenty wrong with everyone else, beginning with Democratic opposition in Congress.
And I think that's a terrible thing that the left is doing to hold things up, and it's so purposeful.
But doesn't that sound so much like what the Republicans were doing during the Obama administration?
No.
They showed up.
How is it
No,
different?
because she's
They
exactly
showed
right.
up.
They
The
showed
Democrats are
up.
not even
These
showing
people
up.
are
Very
actually
rude,
not
very
showing
rude.
up for the vote.
People really dislike him. I don't understand it because I love him. I love who he is. I love his transparency.
Speaking of transparency,
What about the tweeting? Should that have stopped, or should he control it?
I love it. And you know what it does? It leaves you out.
the you Eileen is referring to is the mainstream media, which the group blames for what they see as a nonstop barrage of negative news about the president.
Areas, and you push and you push and you push, and you don't back off. And frankly, I'm fed up with it.
It's not the only thing these Trump voters are fed up with. They're also sick of the demonstrators, who they say can't accept that Hillary Clinton lost.
Get over it, move on, let the man get to work and better our country. Stop with the protests.
Speaking of moving on, what's with Trump's seeming fixation on the inauguration crowd size?
Why was he bothered?
I think it's fair for him to defend himself.
Yeah, why do we have
That's
to
all.
defend that?
And what about the president's claim of widespread voter fraud, for which he's offered no proof, and officials say didn't happen?
Do you believe President Trump when he says he thinks there was several million votes cast illegally?
Yes, and
Yes.
I'm really glad that he's checking that system out, just like he's checking out the immigration problem.
Trump's immigration executive order is another issue these supporters see differently, seeing the move not as discriminatory, but rather about safety for Americans.
You know, as a mother of 4 kids, I feel that it is the right of my children to grow up in a country where they feel safe.
But what about refugee children who are now banned from reaching the safety of America?
If we lead with our emotions, this country's sunk. You can't lead with your emotions.
It's not all gloom and doom. Despite the differences they see, these women believe we can unite as a nation under President Trump. In fact, they say we already did, for a brief period, Inauguration Day.
It was just touching,
No, it
and
is a very
everybody, and it was a
remarkable event.
wonderful 2 or 3 hours when everybody was just kind of like, yeah, this is a transfer of power, peaceful. This is how America is.